Hey everyone, and welcome back to Explore Your Dark Side. My name is Stephanie Bosch, and the current situation is it's very different to our normal routines, to our everyday lives, and with a global epidemic, I think loads of us are kind of like put out of balance. And I was thinking of what can I do to be of service and what can I share with you content wise that might help you. And I thought, as I'm being self-employed or run a small business, I work from home for nearly 4 years already. So maybe I have learned a thing or two that might be relevant for you. And in this video, I'm going to share my top tips for you when you're new to working from home and are maybe feeling a bit uneasy or less productive as you would do when you're working in the office and have everyone around you kind of like being super inspiring or whatever, or at least getting you to get your stuff done, right? So here are my quick top tips that I would like to share with you. So please note that the tips I'm going to share are for an adult household, so there is no children around, so there is no one I need to homeschool, and I don't pretend to know what it's like with having children around all the time because I clearly don't. So these tips really are for your workday, for structuring your home office day, but not including any children or homeschooling at the same time. However, some of the tips might be helpful, but I don't know because, yeah, I'm not a mom, so don't keep me accountable for this one, please. The first tip I would like to share with you is to keep your home tidy. And yeah, this sounds like a no-brainer, as like being like, oh yeah, of course I keep my home tidy. But I mean like at most of the times, because it's quite easy that when you work from home that you can have a plate next to you from like your breakfast, or have a mug from your coffee or tea, etc. And not put things right away back after you've used them. But I would highly suggest you do this, because otherwise little things can accumulate and become big things, and then you spend your evenings after work from tidying up after you, which can be quite annoying. And yeah, so I would highly recommend you to really keep it tidy, keep your workspace tidy. And also, if you live with someone and you are usually not working from home and suddenly have like all this equipment, office gear, etc. in your house, it might be quite annoying to look at. And if you work with someone and you're quite a creative person as I am, you might have like post-its everywhere around you. And yeah, I'm not currently filming in my office, but if you have seen the other videos in my office, you see that there's like this massive flip chart size post-its, and also usually quite a lot of like smaller post-its around. So if you don't have a dedicated space where you can do this, it might be quite annoying for everyone who is living with you to look at this all the time. So maybe you can at least put it down, or get it out of the way. To not transform your whole workspace into an office space, because you would also like to have some space where you can just like switch off and be like, okay, this is now the time where we're going to hang out and have free time. The second tip I would like to share with you is to get ready, to really get ready for the day, to get dressed, dressed for success. So you really are ready to whatever is happening, that you're not being surprised if there's a conference call and you suddenly realize, oh my God, I'm still in my PJs, I haven't showered yet and I haven't put on any makeup, or haven't put on any like clothing that is representable to my boss, to my colleagues, or whomever, right? So to really get ready in the morning, this will also help you to stick to your normal routine. So if you have whatever routine, stick with it. Except for the commute, obviously, you can save on this one, but really to get ready and get also mentally ready of like, okay, this is now work, this is where my day starts, and this is not like I would usually spend the weekend or whatever, but really this is my office day. This might also mean that you have clear starting times and that you have clear end times of your work, and this might be easier for you if you are employed and if you have proper work time. Another tip I would like to share with you is to structure your day, and structuring your day means for me to put in breaks, like really times where you take a break, maybe where you can take a nap as well, if there's something where you can recharge easily and you can maybe have a little power nap from like 10 minutes to 30 minutes. This might be a great time for you to catch up on really productivity, creative tasks, etc. If you are like me, quite easily overwhelmed if there's like too much noise going on, etc. Working from home can help you a lot with this, and yeah, taking naps I think is a great benefit. But also obviously take breaks where you can have meals. So really to have a meal before you start working, to have breakfast, have a meal after work when you would usually have dinner, but also have lunch. And I say this because when you work from home, the fridge is usually not that far away. So in order to avoid regular snacking, how about you just have a proper meal at lunchtime or whenever, and maybe have some snacks put aside that you are going to snack during the day. So this could be nuts or whatever is available. But this just like helps you to prevent going to the fridge all the time if you do some meal planning. This can also obviously include to pay attention on when are you most productive and when do you which kind of tasks. I think the most important tip I would like to share with you is to not work from your bed and take work into bed, and really keep your bedroom, if you can, or at least your bed, free from work. Because yes, it might be very comfy and you might be very productive at the beginning with this, but if you keep doing this for a long time, at least this is what happened to me, it kind of messes with your sleeping schedule, and you don't want to wake up and be ready to work and find yourself working at nighttime. So do not work from bed, I think is the most important tip I can give you. And then the last tip I would like to give you is to take care of your mental health. And this I think is really important because I'm a small business owner who works from home for roughly 4 years, and this can get really, really lonely. And lots of people are feeling like social isolation right now. And I think this is a big, big deal. So to really focus on your mental health, do things that keep you sane, that keep you happy, that make you happy, that bring you joy, to help you focus, to concentrate on things that are not work related, that really are your little oasis of fun, of pleasure, of joy. And also to socialize with people that are close to you, where you can have great conversations, where you can be truly honest, and where you can say when you need help, or where you can also be confident to reach out. And socializing doesn't obviously need to mean in person, you can also do this virtually, but I'm talking about having proper conversations with people you care about. And this might not say, I'm saying this as someone who is a small business owner and who doesn't really have friends who are small business owners. So most of my friends, my surrounding, my closer circle, used to be, and the majority still is, employees. So their life looks quite different to mine. And for me, it was a massive game changer when I surrounded myself with people who are on the same journey, who could coach me, who struggle maybe with the same things, where we would have peer groups, where we could just talk the same things. So to really reach out and build relationships with people who are at the same journey, who understand your struggles. And if you're a working mom, this might mean maybe not necessarily only talking to your husband or your partner, but maybe reaching out to other moms. And therefore the internet is a great place to start, to really make or build connections that matter to you and that really are right for you at this right time. It might also be, if you are, for example, a manager, it might be that you also want to connect with other managers, maybe from different industries, etc. So really finding people that with the same interest, who are on the same journey, and to understand your struggles. Also, one big part to keep you mentally healthy and to have like a mental health hygiene is also to have a look at how you use your phone, because talking from experience, I think I was quite guilty of this myself. It's quite easy to get distracted in social media and the social world, or whether it's online games, wherever, like to be with your phone and think you're close to people because you might have like loads of acquaintances or you get loads of likes, etc. This is not the connections I'm talking about. I really talk about true connections, meaningful connections that are relevant to you. So these were my main tips. If you have any additions, please feel free to add them in the comments. And if you would like to have a bit of a longer video impression, then please feel free to head over to my other channel where I publish the longer videos for these. Otherwise, I'm looking forward to seeing you very soon, and I hope you found this helpful. Thank you and take care.